First simple animation, lecture 4. So today we are going to learn about animation. Before animating in Flash, we need to learn the basic steps of animation. Without these basic steps, we will not be able to successfully animate in Flash or any other software. So in order to animate, we need to follow 3 steps. The first step is planning. What do you want to animate? How you want to animate? What are the colors that you are going to use? What are the objects you will have in your animation? We need to have a crystal clear plan. How many characters are there in your animation? How many objects are used in your animation? So we need to have a crystal clear plan before we start our animation. The second step in animation is design. Design your animation first in the mind. Like for instance, if you are planning a movement of a ball, so how do you want to move this ball? On a flat surface, on a slope, or on a surface which is not even? So this thing should be clear, from where you want to slope the ball or from where you want to move the ball. So we need to have a crystal clear idea about the design. It's not like when you started animation then you will go for the designing part. Designing part has to be done beforehand. Now once we have successfully planned, designed our animation, the third step is to implement it. Now whatever the thoughts that we have made with plan and design, will implement it in the implementation part, where exactly we give shape to our planning and designing ideas. If you follow these 3 steps, animation becomes easy. We'll be able to render quality animations. So let us start with a very first and a simple animation in today's class. To start an animation, we need a blank stage. So click on the file menu, select new from the file menu. So it will prompt you to select either Flash, document, presentation. Right now we are working with a Flash document. So click on OK. Now this is a stage where we are going to animate our first animation. So in the previous classes we had discussed about keyframe and frames. The first thing, so this is a blank keyframe. Now we are going to animate a ball in this animation. So this is a layer 1 and we are in the first frame on the timeline. What I do now is I will click on oval tool. I will draw a oval, and in order to animate it I need to convert this into a symbol. Before converting it into a symbol, if you want, you can change the color of the ball. Click on the fill color, okay, and pick the color you like. Okay, we'll take a little darker shade. Fine. Now go to again paint bucket tool, click on it, and once again drop it. Or generally, if you have a border, the animation will not be fine. So just click on the selection tool and move it. Now if we have a circle here, so click on the circle and press delete key. Now our object for animation is ready. Before animating it, just left click on the mouse and select convert to symbol. It will ask you to convert it as a movie clip, button, or graphic. We are going to save it as a graphic. So if you want, you can change the name here. So I'll say SYM1, okay, symbol 1, something of that sort. So once you click OK, you will see the same image in library. The main advantage of converting into a symbol is the dimensions of the circle remain the same. You need not once again create the circle, because we may be needing the circle or this ball once again in our animation. Okay, so what we have done, we have created a ball and we have placed it on the keyframe. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we'll be going to add few more frames. Like if I need 30 frames, just click on 30, left click the mouse, you will get a menu. From the menu, select keyframe, insert keyframe. What happens is Flash will add you the frames which have the same image. So as you see, the two keyframes and the frames contain the same image. Now if I want to animate it, I want to bring this ball from here to here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to the last frame and I will change the position of the frame. Now if you see, so you have in the first frame the ball is placed here, in the last frame in the corner. Now I need to give movement to this ball. Okay, so to give movement to the ball, click on the first keyframe, hold the shift button and click the last keyframe. Now all this black color indicates that these frames are selected. Once the frames are selected, left click once again on the selected frames, you will get a menu. So in this menu, select create motion tween. Okay, now let's see what happens if you move in the reverse direction. You can find the movement of the ball. I think it's very easy to create a motion image in Flash. It's very simple, isn't it? Now let us test our animation. To test the animation, go to Control and click on Test Movie. So was it not very simple? So once again, recollect the steps of creating a motion in Flash. The first thing that you need to do is take an empty frame, keyframe, then create an object, convert that object into an graphic. Okay, so how you will convert? Just click on it and select convert to symbol and change it to a graphic, and that graphic will be available to you in the library. And once you have done, click on another frame. Okay, the number of frames is up to you. Okay, so once you have clicked on select a specific frame, again left click and select insert frame. Once the insert frame is inserted or added to the timeline, then change the position of the object in the keyframe. After changing the position of the object in the keyframe, select all the keyframes and left click it, then select. So already a twin is added, so it is asking for remove twin. So you will get here an option create a twin. So once you click on this create a twin, your first animation is done. Now we have a small exercise for you to do now. What I want you to do is, okay, so create a line, slanting line, okay, and add another line here, okay, right. Now here I want you to place a ball, right, okay, sorry, we have already have an image in the library. So the size of the image can also be transformed. Use right. So what I want you to do is, I want to place you a ball here, and this ball should slide down and should stop here. Okay, so it's a very simple exercise. Try. The more and more you try, you will be more comfortable with the animations. In the beginning you will have a little difficulty with a keyframe and a frame. So a dot always indicates a keyframe, and if there is no dot, it will be an frame. Like so for instance, we have an animation here. Then I want this ball to be this place for a little more time. What I can do is I can insert few more frames, and so as it does, then click again, once again, remove tween. Now if you once again go and run this test movie, you will see that the ball is waiting for a time, for a while, for an interval. It's because of this frames. So that's how you can bring in changes by adding keyframes and frames in your animation. So time to practice. The more and more you practice, the more and more you will gain confidence in developing effective animations. So that's the end of a first simple animation.